Have you ever thought about some of the most unusual occupations that people have that are outside of what we would call normal? Now, I would think that being a lighthouse keeper would be one of the loneliest positions that I can think of. I just read about one such man, his name Hosea Lewis. Now, he managed the light on a small island off of the east coast of North America. Now, it happened that one day he suffered a stroke while on duty. But thankfully, his teenage daughter Ida rose to the occasion and took on the full responsibility to keep the light burning. Every day she would clean the reflectors, trim the wick, as well as fill the oil tank, as well as caring for her dad. Also, twice a day she would row the boat across about 500 metres of ocean to the mainland. No matter what the weather, she did that so that her siblings could attend school. Now, this was back in the mid-1800s, and it was quite unusual to see a lady in charge of a heavy boat. But Ida became well known for her ability to manage it so very, very well. Now, over the years, her bravery was recognised as she rescued at least 25 people from rather treacherous seas and situations, and without her tenacity and courage, they almost certainly would have perished. As I read this story, the thought popped into my mind that we too are called to be keepers of the light. In John chapter 8, Jesus refers to himself as the light of the world. Later in chapter 14, Jesus made the claim to be the way, the truth, and the life. It can be quite difficult to navigate your way in dark or stormy conditions without a light, especially if you don't know where you're going. Do you know where you're going? We are surrounded by many voices and many circumstances, all calling for our attention. And I can say that not all are good. There is a light that we can use to shine upon them to determine their worth. And that light is, of course, Jesus, the light of the world. A couple of good questions to apply to any situation that we're unsure of. Am I really helping others, or is it about me? And how will it point to Jesus as Lord and Saviour? Now, when Ida Lewis was asked where she found the strength and courage for all that she did, this is how she answered. "I don't know," she said. "I ain't particularly strong. The Lord Almighty gives it to me when I need it. That's all." Ida Lewis was a faithful steward. The reason she was so faithful in her task is that she realised there would always be people who needed to be rescued. Actually, we live in a world where there are many around us who are struggling, perhaps even drowning in the uncertainties of life. Today, be encouraged to shine your light for Jesus. As a mirror reflects light, so as we draw close to Jesus, we're able to reflect his light and love toward those who are in need of someone to reach out and pull them into the boat and safety. Our task is to love and care for the people whom God brings across our pathways. Can you do it? Maybe not under your own strength, but you don't have to. Let Jesus be Lord of your life. Like Ida Lewis, you don't have to be particularly strong, simply available, and he'll do the rest. That's worth thinking about. Have a great week. May God bless you in abundance.